Today on the show, the ACCC Oncology Reimbursement Meetings. Welcome back to Cancer Buzz. I'm your host, Summer Johnson. The ACCC Oncology Reimbursement Meetings, or ORMs, help cancer teams navigate oncology reimbursement and share ideas. John Montville joins us from Bon Secours Mercy Health.
You know, what's really nice about the ACCC Oncology Reimbursement Meetings is it gives folks a chance to really get up to speed and catch up on what's going on in the world of oncology reimbursement, which is always a massively changing landscape. And, what's nice about these particular meetings, they, focus, of course, on the average revenue cycle stuff you would normally look at with reimbursement, but they also focus on other related issues that can have an impact on reimbursement. So, for example, there was discussions on everything from navigation reimbursement this year to, topics of things that will help improve the financial viability of your program in meeting margin, but also in meeting mission and doing services that are important for your patients.
What stands out to you at these meetings?
One is I think there is almost always an update on the latest and greatest in revenue cycle, often done by our friends at Revenue Cycle Coding Strategies. Those are always incredibly helpful. Those are some of the best people in the business to talk about what's happening in oncology reimbursement. And again, it's a constantly changing space. So those are always extremely helpful. I enjoyed some of the deep dive into navigation reimbursement, which I think is kind of a really challenging and tricky issue right now.
How do you think these meetings benefit the cancer team?
There's always good takeaways that you leave with, kind of homework, if you will. Whether that be, again, some of the revenue cycle updates that you need to go back to your team and improve parts of how you're billing, how you're doing pre-auths, that sort of thing. But also you often come back with an idea of expanding programs or building on programs you have, talking on the area of expanding nutritional services. Sounds more like a mission than a margin thing, but we were able to discuss, how that actually has a positive impact on margin by keeping people out of the ED and keeping people out of unplanned hospital inpatient admissions. So again, there's always good homework that comes out of these meetings.
What can members expect in 2025?
One core part of these that always exists are, again, those updates to what's going on that particular moment in time with oncology revenue cycle. Always important to stay up on those because they're constantly changing. But, another key, we're the committee sitting now coming up with topics for next time around. And, the idea is to try to stay on the cutting edge of what's happening. There's a lot going on in AI and how that might impact oncology, but the committee's currently meeting to come up with topics that will be relevant.
Why do you think these meetings are important?
These meetings have true takeaways. It's not just going to a meeting and networking, which there is some, and that's very valuable. Networking's very important in this industry. But there are true takeaways. You walk away with some pages of notes of things you want to bring back to your program to make your program better. Whether that be directly revenue cycle related or indirectly revenue cycle related, you have takeaways. You have things to do to improve your program.
Thank you, John. The show notes have more information on the 2024 ORMs, plus information on the 2025 meetings. Thank you for listening. Until next time, for the Cancer Buzz team, this is Summer Johnson.
This show is a resource of the Association of Cancer Care Centers.